Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be unboxing the high-grade Universal Century F91 Gundam. This is the mass production type, so it's just a different color scheme. I also have heard this called the Harrison Martin version. Basically, that doesn't say that on the front of the box, but that's like, oh, I guess it does say it there in Japanese. Harrison Martin custom use, I guess, here. So this is just the darker color scheme for the F91 Gundam. As far as I know, this one doesn't sport any actual plastic differences from the regular one, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. Haven't built either of them. But just want to say a couple of thank yous first right off the bat. Number one, first, thank you to my friend in America, Alex, who donated this kit to me to use for a contest. And then thank you to the winner of this kit who won that in the recent Gemmer contest, who is allowing me to unbox this and share it with you guys before I send this kit to him to enjoy. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is 2013 release, so not very old. So it should be a pretty nice high grade here. You can see some really nice box art, including the crossbone there in the background. To be honest, actually F91 is one of the few Gundam series, even though it's not a series, it's just a movie. It's one of the few Gundam animations that I've not seen, so I couldn't really say too much. I don't know a whole lot about the story, especially how it, and I haven't read the Crossbone manga either, so I don't know how it really connects into that. Sorry to say. Let's just say it's on my to-do list. Let's go ahead and take a look around the size of the box. Here we can see in the HGUC line, this is number 168. Here on the top, we've just got a painted kit, front and back there. Really interesting colors here. It's, in a way, it's sort of similar to the Titans Gundam Mark II, but that yellow is definitely a much brighter yellow. It's definitely more of like a fluorescent yellow color there. And then a bit about the Gundam there, a CG image, its technical specs here in Japanese. We'll see those in English on the manual. On the other side, just a bunch about the action and gimmicks here. Got a lot of really cool weapons and gimmicks on this kit. The heat radiator fins come out on the shoulders. It's got these VSBR cannon things on the backpack. The head looks like a cool mechanism for being able to change that faceplate on there by just being able to remove the top part of the head. That's pretty cool because I know this, I believe this comes with two different faceplates for it. A few different variations of the hands we got. Looks like just holding hands and trigger finger hands. Beam rifle, beam launcher, beam sabers, beam shield. A little bit here, more about that, I guess maybe what it looks like without any paint. Should come with some marking stickers there too for the F and 91 for the shoulders, and then 1,200 yen for the price for this. So as you can see, pretty small box, so should be a pretty cheap kit. Right off the bat, here in with our polycaps and a small, sorry you can't see that, there we go, and small little F runner there, that's for our V-fin, interestingly in two different parts, and then a bunch of yellow stickers there, so it looks like a lot of our yellow on there is going to be stickers, sadly. But we can see some yellow parts there. We do have a few yellow parts, as well as our bright green beam effect parts, a bunch of dark blue, a couple red, a couple more dark blue, and then a bunch of gray here for weapons and joint parts and all of that. So looks pretty nice. Very reminiscent of the Crossbone, as you would imagine. Okay, taking a look at the manual here, you can see there's all those technical specs now in English. You can see it comes with a Mega Machine Cannon, Head Vulcan, Beam Shield, Beam Saber, VSBR, Beam Rifle, Beam Launcher, all sorts of fun stuff to play with, and just a nice big reference photo there. On the back, just more action and rear view, all this same kind of stuff again, a little bit more about the story again there, color guide, and then opening up to our color page, and then we've also got just more about the Gundam here. The F91 Gundam, I know, like the Crossbone, is going to be fairly small in size, so it's probably not going to be too tall. Let's see, height is going to be, head height, just 15.2 meters, so shorter than the average Gundam for this kit, so not going to be too terribly big when it's all put together. Here's our parts list. You can see we're going to be using pretty much everything on these two runners here. Looks like the C runner. I don't know why it's listed twice. Maybe we do have two. Oh yeah, we have two of the C runner, one's in yellow and one's in red. So a couple, I think we're going to be using the yellow feet, but then the red other parts on there. So we'll take a look at that when we look at all the runners here momentarily. Construction is going to be starting off with the body. Really cool, like interesting shape for the body with all the vents like in the front part, and then this backpack is really unique design for this. It's really quite interesting. I would like to try that with the master grade sometime for this kit. Then starting off, then going to the head, arms, finishing up the upper body, then feet, legs, finishing up the lower body, putting that together, then starting on the backpack, those big cannons there. Then back to our color page. It's going to be our other weapons, beam launcher, beam rifle, and then our beam sabers, and mounting the shield on there and all of that fun stuff. Opening the, I guess so the, looks like the heat radiator fins are, you just have to part swap, those don't actually pull out on there. That sounds wrong. And then for the legs, looks like those parts will actually lift up, so that's pretty cool. We don't have to part swap anything for that. Let's go ahead now and take a closer look at the runners. First thing is going to be our sticker sheet. Now, again, as you can see, really quite large here. We have 2 sets of eyes. That's for the 2 different faceplates, so if you want to switch those, you can keep a sticker on both of the different faceplates at the same time, so that's nice. You don't have to switch the sticker. Some green cameras, a couple of white stickers there. Oh, sorry, that is the F and the 91 there, so that's not on like a separate sticker sheet, it's foil stickers, so the F and 91 for the shoulders is there, and then as you can see, just a bunch of yellow stickers there. They're going to be going all over the kit, so just be prepared for a lot of masking if you're going to be painting this kit. PC002 for our polycaps, a nice big blue runner here for runner A1, and it's definitely in a unique color of blue. It's kind of navy, but it's a little bit brighter than that, somewhere between like royal blue and navy. So a couple things I want to point out here. Just of course the marking for this kit is going to be HGUC 1144 scale Gundam F91. And then here on the shoulders you can see the F91 is actually a molded detail there, so if you do want to paint that, it should be pretty easy for you to get a nice painting on that marking there, so that's pretty good. Runner A2 is going to be the remainder of our blue parts here. You can see some really cool big parts there for the beam launcher. Really interesting design on that. And then there's parts for the head there, some other, the 2 faceplates there, the 2 parts for the rifle, some other weapons, and all sorts of parts like that. Just to show you the faces. Very interesting. You have the regular sort of Gundam face, and then the one that's like very humanoid sort of looking face. It's really kind of creepy if you ask me. People were saying like the Super Fumino is creepy. For me, this is creepier than the Super Fumino personally. It's like really weird having like an actual face on there. Kind of goes back to other sort of like older giant robot anime series that have more humanistic kind of faces. I don't know, it's weird. And then runner B is just all of our gray parts here, just really standard gray color, and all of our parts for the joints, hands, weapons, and all of that. Now runner C, as I said, we do have 2 of these, and it's because we're going to be using the yellow feet, but we're going to be using the red parts for this other one. So you're going to have a couple red feet as extra parts, and then all these yellow parts here are going to be extra. So if I remember correctly, that's how it was separated anyway. I know the feet are supposed to be yellow. So you're going to be using some parts from one, some parts from the other one. So just make sure you check the manual for the color reference. If you can't read the Japanese, then just check the reference photo and you can see which color these parts are supposed to be. Runner D, there's a couple more blue parts here, just a couple. These are the exact same color as the other runners, so no color difference or anything here. Just for some reason this was separated onto a separate runner here. And then runner E is our bright green effect parts. Here are really bright fluorescent green. And this is marked Gundam F91, so these is not just like a regular like SB whatever, SB2 or 10 or whatever. And then just they added this part. This is a whole new runner here for this, so it's kind of interesting. And last but not least, runner F is small little, it's not exactly white, it's definitely off-white, kind of grayish color. Parts for the V-fin, it's in 2 separate parts. That's going to be a little bit annoying actually, just because the parts are so small and fragile. Just going to be easier to break. And then each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4 points has a little safety flag on there, so just be very careful as you've got 4 flags to cut and sand on the back of there without breaking these. And that is going to be it for unboxing this F91 mass production type or Harrison Martin custom use F91 Gundam. Really cool kit, looks really nice. Once again, just have to reiterate, I'm not going to be building this and reviewing it at this time. The kit is not mine. It was a prize in the recent Gemmer contest, so if you want to see a review of it, you'll just have to wait until maybe someday if I buy it for myself or find someone else who's reviewed it on YouTube. So anyway, if you guys wanted to see the unboxing, that's what you're going to get out of the box. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions, comments, leave those down below as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.